Look, friends, our storytelling box has a bow on it again. Makes it look like a present, doesn't it? I'm positive that there's probably another parable inside, because parables are like presents. They're given to us even before we were born. Even if we didn't know what it was still ours. And our box is looking pretty old, a little beat up. But parables are old too. Even older than you, and they're older than me. They're even older than our grandmother or our grandfathers. Parables are almost 2,000 years old. Our storytelling box has a lid on it. Sometimes it's as if parables have lids on them or doors that are shut. And you can't go inside, even if you're ready. I don't know why. It just happens. So don't be discouraged. Keep coming back again and again. One day, the parable will open up for you. Our bow is gold. Gold is a precious metal. Just like parables, parables are precious and they're valuable. They're worth even more than gold. Well, let's see what parable it is. You know, there once was someone who did such amazing things and said such amazing things that people followed him. And as they followed him, they heard him speaking of many things. Sometimes people asked him questions. And one day, a person asked him what the most important thing in life was. And Jesus said, "You already know." The man said, "That is true. I do. It is to love God and to love people just like they are your neighbors." The person paused a while and thought, and then he asked another question. He said, "But who is my neighbor?" And then Jesus told this parable. There was once someone who went from Jerusalem down to Jericho. And as he went along the way, robbers attacked him and they hurt him. And they took everything that he had. And they left him on the side of the road, hurt. There was also a great priest who went on the road from Jerusalem down to Jericho. And as he went along the way, he came to the place where the traveler was who had been hurt and had taken everything from him, and had everything taken from him, and had been left on the side of the road, hurt. And when the priest came to him, the priest went to the other side of the road and went along his way. There was also someone who worked at the temple who went from Jerusalem down to Jericho. And he was one of the people who helped the priest, and he took care of the temple, and he helped with the music. He was called a Levite. And when the Levite came to the place where the traveler was who had been hurt, had everything taken from him, and had been left on the side of the road hurt, he went to the other side of the road and went on his way. There was also a person on the road who did not live in Jerusalem. He was visiting from a country called Samaria. And the people in Samaria did not like the people of Jerusalem. And the people in Jerusalem did not like the people from Samaria. And when the stranger came to where the traveler was who had been hurt, had everything taken from him, and had been left by the side of the road, hurt, the stranger went to him. He put medicine on him. He gave him his coat to put on. He put him on his donkey and took him to a place to spend the night. The stranger even stayed with him all night. And in the morning, he gave the innkeeper enough money for him to stay there until he was well. Now, I wonder, who is the neighbor to the person who was hurt and had everything taken from him and was left on the road hurt? Was it this one? Or the Levite? Was it the priest? I wonder what would happen if the person finding the traveler injured were a child. I wonder. The Parable of the Good Samaritan.